What's up, everybody? It looks like we're live. Excuse me. What's going on YouTube? If you guys can hear me down below, go ahead and drop a yes down below. If you guys can hear me, YouTube down below, go ahead and drop a yes. And for everybody who's watching the replay, happy Christmas Eve, happy Christmas, happy New Year's, depending when you're watching this. What's going on, everybody? So we got a ton of people already waiting. Down below in the chat, guys, if you can hear me, if you guys can see me okay, go ahead and drop a yes. Awesome. So today is, at the time of recording this, today is Christmas Eve. So regardless of what you celebrate or your background or religion, happy holidays and happy end of the year, right? New Year's right around the corner. And here's the thing, guys, a lot of people wait to the first of the year to take action on things that they know that they need to do. A lot of people wait to the first of the year to start to improve their lives or take action on the things that they know that they need to do in order to get the results that they want. So my hat's off to you. If you guys are here live and you're watching this live, that means you guys are already ready. You guys aren't waiting to New Year's, to the bell drops. You guys aren't waiting to the first of the year. You guys are grinding right now. You guys are getting a head start right now. So shout out to you guys. As usual, guys, if this is your first time watching the show, 30 Minutes with a Millionaire, every Friday, I try to hop on here for 30 minutes to an hour max and really answer your questions, kick it with you guys, get feedback on the channel, see what new video ideas you guys have, what feedback you guys have, what questions you need answered. And pretty much I'm here to serve you guys. So I really don't come with anything specific in reference to teach curriculum-wise. So the only dumb question is one that doesn't get asked. So if this is your first time, I highly suggest that you subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell next to it, and make sure that you're in this room every week. This is free. I don't charge for this. And come with specific questions. I keep hammering this every single week because I want you guys to understand the importance of having specific questions and how questions are literally the needle movers from where you are. So if you look at where you are in your business or life as levels, getting from level 1 to level 2 could literally be getting one question answered. So be very methodical, be very strategic with your questions. That's going to help you guys big time get to the next level. So I appreciate all the holiday wishes from everybody. You guys rock. Again, if you guys have any questions down below, go ahead and drop those questions down below and let's get to work. Let's see how we can help you guys get to the next level, how we can help you guys problem solve some stuff going on in your business, some things that you guys are trying to do. Let me know where you guys are at in your business, and let's try to get to the next level together. Also, if you guys can hear me and see me, go ahead and smash that like button on YouTube so I can know that you guys can hear me and see me. And if you're watching this and you're new to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and click the notification bell. Someone said, how much capital do I need to start with? Great question. So if I'm going to assume that you're talking about the Amazon business. When it comes to starting the Amazon business, the way that I teach, which is private label, traditionally you're going to want around 3 to 5K USD. Now there's a ballpark and it varies. It can be less than that. It can be more than that. But I will say this, like having access to credit, having access to capital, the more, the better, right? But if it's like, hey, you're pinching pennies together, like you're trying to save, you're working overtime, you're selling stuff, and you're hustling and doing whatever it takes to start the business. Hey, I need a target to know when I can start. I would say in that 3 to 5K range is a good price point to start when it comes to what you should save. When it comes to starting your business, there's a few expenses in the beginning. You're going to have the cost of your product. So the cost of the physical product itself is going to cost the most. Then you have that's COG or cost of goods. Then you have COGS, which is cost of goods shipped or the logistics to get the product from the supplier overseas, 9 times out of 10 internationally to domestically inside of Amazon. That's the second largest expense. And then what you're going to have is you're going to have some marketing. Now, marketing being the least. But when it comes to starting an Amazon account, it's free starting out. We start with an individual account. It's free. You don't pay anything monthly. We kick that to a professional account, which is $39.99 a month with no per unit fee. right? But that we don't do that till we're live, we're up and running, we're up and selling. So the three biggest expenses are products, product fulfillment and shipping, logistics, as well as a little budget for your advertising. Now, when we're doing advertising, that's how you're going to start to get traction with your product, right? Because you're launching products, nobody know who you are. Like, you're a new brand. 9 times out of 10, you're a new brand, a new business, a new product. You don't have many reviews. Nobody knows who you are. You don't have brand notoriety or depth of market. So the way we can really accelerate what we're trying to do is with that marketing. And I seen somebody said that shout out to the book, loving the book so far. I ordered it last week. Lots to learn so far. If you guys haven't checked out my new book, by the way, guys, I just released my new book for my birthday on the 11th of December. It's called One Product Away. So I'll go ahead and link to that. And here's the awesome part, guys. For everybody that grabs the One Product Away book, you guys are also getting my never released book, which is the IG formula. That's my gift to you. But at the time of this being recorded live, December 24th, this upcoming Monday, I'm doing a live masterclass, the One Product Away masterclass. And that's a $297 VIP ticket. You're getting that for free. That's my gift to you. So you're getting a book that, if I was to launch, would sell for $27 to $37. And you're getting a $297 VIP Zoom link to my masterclass this Monday at the time of this being recorded live. So if you haven't grabbed your copy, make sure you get your copy right now. I'll go ahead and drop the link down below. And my team even dropped the price. I believe it's only $27, I think. www.oneproductawaybook.com. If somebody can test that out and make sure that that works, it should work. I should know the website to this. But I just want to make sure it works. If anybody from my team's on here, let me know that that's the right link. Let's see. What other questions do we have? How profitable is Amazon FBA now? So awesome. So the most important thing before we even do product research and find products, we want to focus on, like, how much money can we make? How much margin can we make? That's one of the most important things when it comes to business in general, right? So with this business, on the lower side, we're at 25, 30% profit margins. On the higher side, I've seen upwards of 100% profit margins, depending on the product cost, depending on the product niche, the level of value that you're offering. There's tons of variables that go into that. But I will tell you, like, at the AMZ formula and AMZ together for our clients, we're not launching, and we don't recommend you launch a product that's under 30%, 25% being the bare minimum if it's a high volume product. Like, if it's a super high volume product and the margins are 25% and those are aggressive margins, that's cool. But I really like to be at 30% plus. At 33% profit margins, every 3 products that you sell or 3 units that you sell, you double your money, right? So for instance, if the product costs $10 and you have 33% margins, every 3 units you're making $10. So every 3 units you're doubling the cost of the product or doubling the money. So that's really how you can grow some wealth very quickly. That's really how you can build up. And then out of that, inside of, like, our program, and part of the formula is the distribution of the earnings. That's something that I think a lot of people mess up with. They start making money and they're like, okay, cool. I'm going to take a little bit here. I'm going to take a little bit there. I'm just going to go launch more products. I'm going to put all in the advertising. They really don't have a distribution strategy. And distribution and reimbursement and distribution of funds in your business will make or break you, especially as a new business owner, if you don't know what you're doing. And I know it took me a long time to understand this and really get the formula down. So you really want to come up with a distribution and a reimbursement strategy for those funds. Like, when you're making that money, invest in more products, invest in more inventory, invest in more advertising, go into different advertising avenues. If you're doing strictly PPC within Amazon, venture out into social media marketing, venture out into PR, right? There's tons of different ways that you can differentiate and really just blow this thing up. So that's something for all of you guys that are starting out. Identify your profit margins, what you should be at. If you're selling something for $20, you want to keep $6 profit, bare minimum. That's 30%. Every 33%, every 3 units you sell, you're doubling your money. Obviously, the more profit margin, the better. Now, there's tons of products that have these profit margins, but it's not just about profit margin. Like, if this is my product, and I have these all around my office, if this is my product, It's not about, okay, I may be able to get 100% profit margin on this, but if I was to sell this one product is going to sell for less than $10. In my strategy, this is a bad product. Why? Because in order to be prime eligible, meaning it can get to your doorstep or your client or consumer's doorsteps in 2 days or less, it has to be prime eligible. In order for it to be prime eligible, it has to be $10 or more, right? So even though I can get 100, maybe even 150% margin on this product, it's not going to be prime eligible. Also, how many units is going to sell, so on and so forth, right? And this is just a collapsible, I'm inhaling protein powder. This is just a collapsible funnel that I use for like protein and BCAAs and stuff like that. I'm using it as an example. So when it comes to the formula, right, this whole formula to finding, starting, launching, scaling, growing a successful Amazon business, it's more than just how much money can you make. It's how much money can you make, how frequently are the products selling, how well can you diversify in the marketplace, can you branch out, can you launch additional products, can you sell a business, can you develop intellectual property inside of the business? These are all things that you want to be asking yourself. And like, we have literally 100-point checklist that our team does for our clients in AMZ together, where we're consulting clients on starting a business. We're helping them. We're holding their hands as they build a business. Or for some clients or investors, we're building the business for them. I know we have as many data points as possible. We're constantly trying to break things and add more data points. And that's another thing, guys, constantly be trying to break your business. Like if you guys are up and running right now and you're cruising, the biggest mistake I made was not breaking my business. Early on, the first 2 products after my first 3 failures, like both crushed it. We made a stupid amount of money. And then I was crushing the competition. I was top 3 ranked first page. They were doing 6 figures per month. I was doing 6 figures profit per month per product. Everything was great. And then I just went into real estate and just let these products cruise. And even though I was still top 3, even though I was still crushing it, I wasn't trying to break my business. Always be improving. And for those of you who are writing stuff down, I would write that down. Always be improving. Every single day in every single way, find a small little pivot, a small improvement, a small differentiation, a small touch point you can eliminate, a small way that you can increase efficiency, you can increase profitability every single day in every single way. Be trying to break your business. There's a saying that a lot of us grew up with. If it's not broke, don't fix it. How many of you guys down below, how many of you guys have heard that and have followed that? If it's not broke, don't fix it. Have you guys heard that? If it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, just because your business is up and running and it's making money, it's generating revenue, it's crushing it, it doesn't mean that you can't increase profitability. It doesn't mean you can't reduce touch points and increase efficiency for ordering and for logistics. It doesn't mean that you can add or tweak little things within your customer journey that can improve customer satisfaction. These are all things that you need to be playing with and looking at. And that was just a big mistake that I made early on. Now I'm constantly trying to break stuff. Like, I incentivize our team to break our business. Why? Because I'm plugging holes. I'm increasing efficiencies. I'm increasing productivity. I'm increasing profitability. I'm increasing customer journey and customer buying experience. All of these things are only going to come to light when you're constantly trying to break or improve current things or products. Great questions, guys. Happy holidays to all of you guys too, man. You guys rock. Do you have a video starting an Amazon business account step-by-step on YouTube? Yeah, so for everybody who's new to YouTube, anybody who's watching this and you're new to my world, you're new to the AMZ formula, AMZ Together, Joshua Crisp, my YouTube channel, the first thing I would recommend is you guys subscribe to my channel. It should be somewhere on your screen. There's a little red button that says subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Next to it, click a notification bell. The reason why it is important that you hit that notification bell is because every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we drop new videos on the channel. Or excuse me, Monday and Wednesday, we drop multiple videos on the channel every single week, right? And every Friday, I do this, right? Every Friday, God willing, nothing happens, nothing changes. I come on here and I answer your guys' questions and kick it with you guys. You're only going to know about this stuff if A, you're subscribed, and B, you have notification bells turned on. So everybody now, let's do that together. Let's hit the red subscribe button. Let's click the notification bell next to it. And that's where I would start. And this is like a shameless like brag or I guess flex, but I'm proud of it. I can honestly say that to the best of my knowledge, and my team does search and does review and does look, we have more Amazon information and education on YouTube that is course quality, high quality, recorded in a studio, no BS or fluff, step-by-step stats and strategies and tactics type of information than anybody else on the channel. So, or on YouTube in general. We have nearly 300 videos, all step-by-step videos on what to do, how to do it, why to do it, and most importantly, what mistakes I made that cost me a ton of money that you should avoid, right? So I don't sell anything on the channel at all. Like right now, I'm incentivizing you guys ethically to grab my book. On my birthday, December 11th, I just wrote a book. The book is almost 200 pages. It's a good sized book. There's no fluff in it whatsoever. And the name of the book is One Product Away. So I've pinned that link so you guys can go check that out. In the One Product Away book, I break down the formula, how I developed the formula, and how you can build a 6 or 7 figure Amazon business around one product, how to find that product. What does that product look like? And if that's not enough to push you guys over the edge to go grab your copy now, again, at the time of recording this live, December 24th, this upcoming Monday, guys, I'm doing a masterclass, a 2-hour masterclass, which is called the One Product Away Masterclass, where I'm going to break down the principles and fundamentals of the book. I'm going to be using my products live. Like we're going to be using my products that I have a product that I lost over $20,000 on, one of my first products. And I have this product right here that has made me several $1,000,000. So I'm going to be using my products. I'm going to be opening my products, revealing my products, going over my packaging, my strategies, how I find them, my marketing, my mistakes, everything. And that's during this masterclass on Monday. So tickets to VIP are $297, but you can go grab my book right now for, I think, $22 or $27, whatever it is. It's super cheap, and you will get a free VIP ticket to that event. So I highly suggest that you guys grab your copy of the book, and the book is super epic. I'm super proud of it. It's one of those things that I'm super excited for and proud. I have my story in there, and I have some of my best stuff that I've never taught. So awesome. Let's see. What freight forwarder do you use or recommend? So we have a team overseas in China that works with us in AMZ Together and AMZ Formula. And they handle, our client relations, our manufacturing, our distributing, so on and so forth. That we've been doing that for around a year. Before that, I used to go through brokers. I would do one of two things. Number one, I always ask with new supplier relations and relationships, I would go and ask who do they use, and if it's like FedEx or UPS or USPS or DHL, or if it's one of those, like I would go on the site and I would cross-reference what they're quoting me versus what the site is quoting me, make sure that they're in alignment, and I'll just go through the supplier. It's the easiest thing. If you're doing big orders, or if that's not in alignment or congruent, then you can go through a broker. Like Freightos.com is a broker, and an actual freight forwarder is going to be like Flexport. So we've used Flexport for freight forwarders, and we used Freightos for brokerage, where they go out kind of like an insurance agency and they shop all these different quotes for you. But 9 times out of 10, if you've done your due diligence, you've followed the formula that I lay out for you guys for finding manufacturers, they can hook you up, right? And they'll get you a good price. Can you give me some tips on building credit for a fund/business? Also finding investors, networking with high net worth individuals without advertising. Legally can't make ads. All right, cool. So, if you legally can't make ads, I don't know if you'll legally be able to raise money for it traditionally, but you can always raise money with credit investors or non-traditional crowdfunding through, like you said, high net worth individuals. It's basically finding out what is the business, what are their demographics and geographics, and what are their interests, and what is it that they like. And then once you identify all of those things, find out where they hang out. So LinkedIn is really good. Facebook is really good. So for instance, let's say that, just hypothetically, I was creating a high-end furniture company, and my furniture resembled the interiors of high-end sports cars, which I actually had an idea for this. So let's just say I've got chairs that are like Porsches and chairs that are like Ferraris and chairs that are like Lamborghinis. Those are the three biggest sports car, like luxury car manufacturers, right? Well, I'm not going to go directly and market to them on their page because it may be a conflict of interest, but where are they hanging out? Maybe there's Facebook groups like Porsche enthusiasts or Ferrari enthusiasts, or find these clubs online and find out where they're hanging out and then reach out to them. And here's the thing, don't just solicit, hey, I've got this new company. Hey, I see you're a Porsche owner. I've got this company that makes chairs that look just like Porsche's interior. You should buy one. They're probably not going to give you the time of day. But if you see their Porsche owner and they're asking questions or they're communicating in these blogs or these forums or these Reddits or these Facebook groups or on LinkedIn, and you go and you communicate with them and build rapport and add value, then once you establish that relationship, then you can reach out. Hey, my name's such and such. This is what I do. Take a look at it. And more than likely, the law of reciprocity is going to kick in where they feel that you've served them, you've added value, they like you, and in turn, they're going to buy your stuff. And then birds of a feather flock together. They will know more people. So that's just one big hack. And I used to do this with my e-commerce brands, and I made a ton of money doing it. I would find out. So the way I crushed Amazon, like, yes, I have the AMZ formula and I have this crazy formula and it's pretty epic, but the whole secret sauce to how I crushed my competition when building physical brands is I went outside the box. Everybody was marketing PPC and I wasn't the smartest with paid advertising, and my product was super saturated and difficult and the cost was high, which means my margins were low. So what did I do? I found out where my dream customers were on Facebook. I went into those groups and I literally got them from other groups into my group. See, the key with Amazon is once you get your clients outside of Amazon into your ecosystem, you can do whatever you want. You can say, hey, I'm going to give you money for a review. Hey, I'm going to give you money if you promote my stuff. You can say and do whatever you want. You can just not, you just can't use Amazon as a lead magnet or advertising for incentivized purchases or reviews. But there's nothing in the terms of service that says that you can't have your website on a box. You can't have a QR code that sends them to your website. And then once they're on the website, you get them to sign up for an email or a text list. And then when they're on your email and your text list, now you start shooting out 2-for-1s and 50% offs and coupons for reviews and product launches and all these other things. So that's what I did really, really well. And I remember I was getting Facebook when we started cranking ads outside of Amazon. We were getting Facebook likes for your group, for our group, with semantically relevant people who liked our stuff for 1 penny. And I was going crazy. I was growing this group like crazy. And it's like an incubator. So I have Amazon customers buying my stuff. I'm sending them from Amazon to my website, from my website to Facebook, Instagram, all these different places, and then back to Amazon. So they come in through Amazon, they go all over here, I collect all their information, and they go back to Amazon because Amazon is where you make the money because of the fulfillment. There's no overhead, there's no employees, there's no packaging, there's none of that, right? But you want to send them through this journey so you can get all of their information so you can market to them, right? So that's what I got really, really good at. And that's how I crushed my competition. My first 2 products that made 7 figures were in very competitive niches. But here's the thing, and this is so funny. Like, this is going to blow some of you guys' mind. When people look at high demand, low competition, they're using Amazon software tools like Jungle Scout, Helium 10, Viral Launch, AMZ Hunter. You're using Amazon-based search criteria. What may be high demand, low competition, or maybe saturated on Amazon, if you're using exterior-based methods to sell your product, now is it truly saturated? And that's why, like, the number one thing when I teach seminars and stuff, and you'll learn about this on Monday's masterclass. Again, if you haven't gotten your copy of the book and your ticket to the masterclass, drop what you're doing right now. Click the link that's pinned up above, or go to www.1productawaybook.com. With your purchase of my book, you get a free ticket to Monday's masterclass. Anyhow, that's what I would do. And I would literally be able to get these clients and get these products to rank in super competitive niches, and we would crush it because I was going outside of Amazon, right? And you don't have to be a genius, a marketing guru to do this, right? You You can go on Reddit. You can go on TikTok. You can go on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and create mediums and all of these different avenues for media and for traction and links and traffic. It's amazing. How do you advertise your private label on Amazon? PPC, which is pay per click. It's paid advertising. Can you please do payment plans for AMZ Max? If you email support at theamzformula.com what exactly it is that you need and say you're on Josh's YouTube live, I'll tell my team to do something special for you. Just because I know you're serious if you're here. What do you need to start online arbitrage? I bought the AMZ formula, just need the capital to start private labeling. Yeah, so arbitrage, you literally just want to go and look at different sites or different retailers and identify what products are on sale that have the highest MSRP, where you can buy the lowest below MSRP. So for instance, like if this is $20, right, and I get this from TJ Maxx for $12, and the FBA fee is $4, it's cost me $16 to sell this on Amazon, and I sell it at MSRP, which is manufacturer suggested retail pricing. I keep the spread, which is $4. If I go buy 10 of these, I made $40 when all of them sell. So that's a quick way to flip money, right? So the thing with arbitrage is you can't do research for arbitrage. You have to go see what's available and then do the research, right? And you can do this digitally, meaning looking at stores online, or you can do it physically going to stores, like if you're just shopping. Does having an added content site driving external traffic to your listing add value when it's time to exit? Oh yeah, absolutely. So, absolutely, 100%. If the more intellectual property you have, the higher offer that you'll get, right? The higher EBITDA that you'll get, the higher evaluation for your company that you'll get. So, for instance, if let's just say we're both selling this product, because this is just one of the many that's in front of me. If we're both selling this product and I'm just selling a generic product and crushing it on Amazon, I may get a 6x EBITDA. EBITDA is earning before interest, taxes, and appreciation, right? Or depreciation. So you may get a 6x on this product because it's crushing it. An investor can buy your business, do nothing, and make X amount per month. However, I have this business or this brand that sells this product. However, I also have my own website. I also have a trademark, a copyright. I also have an influencer base that pushes my stuff in a relationship list with exclusive rights to influencers that promote my stuff. I also have an email list and a text list. I also have like addresses of real clients. The more intellectual property you have, the more I may go from where you were getting a 6x EBITDA on the evaluation of your company to I may get a 12x EBITDA, which is more than double, and we're doing the same amount of volume. Why? Because the business is worth more money. When Google buys, this is pretty interesting. Google buys a ton of businesses per year, and they dissolve them. Why? Why would you buy a business and dissolve them? One of my friends in my mastermind, one of my masterminds works at Google. And he's like, dude, it's easier to sell your business to Google than you would think. I'm like, why? Don't you have to be this awesome business? He's like, no, Google is in the business of data. They don't care about launching more businesses. They care about successful businesses that have data. Because if you're a successful business and you have data or you have intellectual property, you have user information, they can input that into their cloud, into their database, and into their algorithms to make better decisions and to create more complex algorithms and databases. So basically, when it comes down to it, they're in the business of buying data. So whenever you have more intellectual property and more data, the more you have, the better. That's why I'm an avid fan of getting people to your website. Like one of the easiest ways, another like ninja hack, and I probably shouldn't be telling you guys this because this is just one of the hacks that are in the AMZ formula program. But one of the ninja hacks is adding a, and this is just, I don't know if I should tell you guys this. I don't know. If I see the likes go up to 30, then I'll tell you guys this. So let me put this on pause. Let me write it down so I don't forget about it, right? Let me write this down. All right, I'm writing it down. If we get the likes to 30, I'll drop that ninja hack that's in my $1,000 program. Because that's too good. That's too good. But the more intellectual property that you have, the better and the higher valuation. You guys got the 30 likes real quick. Why can't you guys just show me that love, man? I got to give you guys some ninja stuff that costs me a ton of money, man. All right, you guys have spoken. We're at 32 likes now. And I wrote it down because I will forget it. The ninja hack, because a lot of people don't do it because they're like, well, I don't know how to run Facebook ads and Google ads, and I don't know how to build a website and all of this stuff. So what you can do is you can go get Weebly or Wix or Shopify, and they have free themes. So you don't need to be a graphic designer to build a website. You go get one of those three, you get a URL from GoDaddy for 20 bucks, and you pick a user theme, a generic theme. You go on Fiverr, you pay somebody $25 to spruce it up, right? A graphic artist who specializes in themes, 25 bucks. You're now in about $50 to $75 with the cost of the domain, with the cost of the website, and the cost of the freelancer on Fiverr. Now what you do is you go buy a QR code for $5, and inside of your product packaging, you give them an extended warranty, extended no hassle warranty, where when they buy your thing and they open up your box, you say, hey, scan this for an extended lifetime warranty or an extended 2-year warranty. So what does that mean? If your product breaks or doesn't work within a year or within 2 years or within the life of the product, we'll replace it for free. Well, technically, Amazon wants you to do that anyway, right? So by doing that, when they hit the QR code, they go to the site and you have them fill out the warranty information. What is the warranty information? Their name, their phone number, their email address. And guess what? Even though you don't know a thing about Facebook or Google ads, you also have your Facebook and your Google Pixel on that site. It is as easy as opening up a Facebook or a Google account, copying the code, and then pasting it in Shopify where it says Facebook or Google code goes. It's that simple. So now you have their name, you have their email, you have their phone number, you have their address, and you have their pixel for Facebook and Google, which means you have 5 pieces of intellectual property off the sale of one product. So I don't know, man. I should have gave you guys that. So hopefully that went over your guys' head. You didn't get that because that's next level ninja stuff that nobody's talking about. And I've made a stupid amount of money doing that. Anyway, what you're doing is you're building up your list. You're building up your text list. You're building up your email list. And remember, Google buys businesses and dissolves them because the information is where the money is. That's why amateurs monetize the front end and experts monetize the back end. I may sell my product less than everybody during Q4 instead of more than everybody to make more money because I want more sales. Because if I get more sales, I get more people to my website. If I get more people to my website, I get more leads. If I get more leads, I can cross promote, sell them other things, and I can ethically get more reviews because it's outside of Amazon and I'm not breaching the terms of service. Yeah, let me take a drink of water and chill, man. You guys are getting too small. Again, hey, if you guys like are serious and not curious about this business and you've just came into my world, there's three things I need you to do. Number one, right now, let's do it. It's so simple. Number one, hit the subscribe button. Number two, click that little bell next to it. That takes half a second to do both. Number three, if you have not grabbed my new copy, if you think this stuff is crazy, my book is going to blow your mind. And if you think this stuff in the book is crazy, Monday's masterclass is 2 hours of what we're talking about right now on Zoom, where we see each other and we get to hang out. So again, I'm giving you guys $200 VIP tickets for free at the time of recording this live. All you got to do is grab a copy of the One Product Away book. So it's www.numberoneproductawaybook.com. Doing so gets you a free copy of my never released book, The IG Formula, which basically breaks down how I grew my Instagram 300,000 followers in 1 year, how I got verified and generated 8 figures solely from Instagram. You have my Instagram influencer outreach script, so much gems in there. And you guys are getting a free ticket to Monday's masterclass. It's a 2-hour event starting, I think, at 5 p.m. Awesome. Cool. A lot of people says that there's a lot of hidden fees. No, not really. So I've got tons of videos on my channel that break down all of the fees, but basically you have your cost of goods. So how much is your product cost? You have your cost of goods shipped, which is how much does it cost to get your product from your supplier to Amazon. You have FBA fees. FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. Your fulfillment by Amazon is going to be your storage cost and your cost for selling on the platform. So they get a small piece of the pie for selling on their platform and bringing all the buyers to the platform. They get a small piece for storing your product, packing your product, shipping your product, and even handling returns. So that's pretty much it. Outside of that, you have your advertising, which varies depending on the stage, depending on the amount of volume that you're selling. But those are pretty much it when it comes to the business. Not really anything hidden. I'm here 2 weeks straight. Let's go. Awesome. I appreciate the support. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves. Um, I believe the average profit margins are 15 to 20%, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no. So I mean, you can reverse engineer and check profit margins yourself. You can go and do product research, find products, go see what they're selling it for, and then you can go to Alibaba, see what it costs to source the products, and then you can go to you can just type in Google FBA calculator. You can plug all the numbers in and play with the profit margins. 15 to 20% is very, very low. You wouldn't even be able to sustain this business at 15% profit margin. It wouldn't even be worth it. The bare minimum we see that for me personally and for our clients is 30%. And that's very, very easy. That means if you're selling something for $20, you're keeping $6, right? So that means if you take $6 off of $20, that leaves you with $14. That means that the product made, the product shipped, and what the cost of acquisition is has to be less than that $16, which is very, very realistic. So yeah, you can definitely, if you are not achieving 30% profit margin, then you're probably looking at a product that is too saturated. The only way, like I said, 25 would be the bare minimum. The only way that somebody would be doing 15 or 20% profit margins is if it is an extreme high volume product to the point where they're selling hundreds of thousands of units and they make it on the back end. Or number two, if they're a direct distributor or manufacturer and they are not putting the money up front or they have some type of incentive. Yeah, and the goal, like, of course, the goal is to make as much money as humanly possible, but I wouldn't try to find a product that makes $1 million. I had a product that made me $1 million in the first year. That's not realistic, right? And what is more realistic is finding one product that sells 10 units per day at $10 profit, meaning it's around a $30 profit. It's a $30 product at 33% profit margin or 30% profit margin. You're making approximately $10 per day, right? That's $2,800 to $3,000 profit per month. That's $30,000 a year. One product doing that is very, very, very achievable, and it's very, very, very realistic. And you can start the business and find a product like that with around 3,000 to 5,000 USD, right? So yeah, that's very realistic. Of course, you can find products that sell $1 million worth of product per year profit. However, you may need $3 million worth of inventory, which may not be realistic for everybody. Awesome. Sounds good. Yeah. The number one goal, guys, is don't become addicted to education and allergic to execution. That's the biggest tip that I can give you guys. Like when you guys hear that one gem, that one nugget, that one tactic, that one strategy, that you get that one aha, success loves speed. You need to run with it as fast as humanly possible and then get results. I appreciate it. You guys rock. Do you need a business for Amazon online arbitrage? No, you just need an account. You can use an EIN, a social security number. There's a few different ways you can do it, but you just need an account. How do I get started if I have no idea what to sell? And how much would I need to get started to replace a 40K a year job? So, I mean, if you don't know anything about the business, step number one is learn about the business. So, without investing a ton of time, effort, energy, or resources, financial resources, I would suggest trying to learn as inexpensively as possible to identify and not learn how to run the business, but learn and identify if this is a business that you actually want to get into. So a few cheap or very free or very cheap resources. Number one, you're here. The YouTube channel is free. We have 300 videos that are absolutely free. Subscribe, put the notification bell on, start binge watching the videos and learn, because I give everything away on my YouTube channel. Next, my book is under $30. It's www.1productawaybook.com. The link is pinned up above. Grab a copy of my book. It tells you about where I was when I started, how I got to where I am, what the business is, why the business works, why I believe the business will continue to work. And then we get into the 5-step formula of what is a product, what is a good product, how do you find a good product, what should your product look like, how do you sell your product, how do you find the supplier? Like literally it breaks down everything in my book. So like those are a ton of resources for under $50 where you can identify, okay, this is awesome, I want to do this. And then you can put time, effort, energy, and more resources into it. Or you know what, I really don't want to do that. Also, we have the masterclass Monday, right? So that's another reason why you should get access to the book now, so you get access to the masterclass Monday. And to replace a job that makes $40,000 a year, I call this the freedom formula. Actually, for anybody who's interested in learning how you can scale an Amazon business that you can run during your spare time from your computer from anywhere in the world, one that can replace you and your spouses or just your job, I highly suggest when I shut this live down today, you go to my YouTube channel, which you're already here, and you look for the video called The Freedom Formula and you watch that, right? There's a 33% rule video and there's a freedom formula video. Watch both of those videos and it breaks down how to write down on paper where you need to be at to replace your job, become your own boss, and own your own time. How to become location independent, financially free, and not have to punch a time clock and be able to run this business during your spare time from anywhere in the world. I break that down. I tell you exactly how much you need, how to identify how much you need, and then how to take those numbers and go to Amazon and find a product that can pay you that and exactly what to do to launch that product. So again, that's a free video. It's called I think the video is called The Freedom Formula. There's another one like the 33% rule, or the 3 things that will help you become better at anything and everything that you try to do. So I would try that. Sweet. We've got tons of questions. We're going to wrap up here. Please talk about scaling a $3,000 start for a $30,000 a month product, becoming a business that now reinvests in itself, probably make $100,000 a month. Yeah. So the way it works is every 2 weeks, Amazon pays you. So the thing is you literally want to find a product that's going to make you X amount of money, and you want to reinvest that money into advertising and into product. So the 2 things you want to invest in are advertising and product. You need more product to sell more product. When you scale, you also need more advertising to sell more product. They feed off of each other. So more product, more advertising, in that order. Once you do that, you're picture figuratively a snowball going downhill. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to get more momentum as it's getting larger. What you're doing by getting more product and spending more on advertising, and not just more on PPC, but getting outside the box and getting creative with like Facebook and TikTok and all this other stuff that I talk about, you're creating momentum, right? Think about the snowball. It goes downhill, it's getting bigger and it's going faster, which means it's creating more momentum. So what you need to do is you need to do those two things. And then every 2 weeks, you're getting paid. Every 2 weeks, there's money coming in like clockwork via ACH transfer directly to your bank account. So every 2 weeks, your money's growing, you're getting momentum. Your business is getting more momentum. It's getting more brand awareness, more depth of market. You're getting more capital. You're selling more units. You're getting more reviews. And it's literally, this thing is just blowing up, right? So that's how you do it. And you have to crawl before you walk. And this is a marathon. So with that being said, focus on step number one, which is finding that product. It's very easy to complicate success. I like to make success as simple as humanly possible. It all starts with the ground, right? The framework. What is the business? How does the business work? Once you understand that, then you start product research. Once you find the product, you verify and then validate the product. So how do you verify and then validate? You verify through crossing your T's and dotting your I's before spending a dollar, using the framework I teach, using the process that I teach. And then once you launch it, you launch a small amount to then validate it in the real world, in real time with real consumer data. Once it passes that test, then you initiate the scale. That's when you focus on the pretty box. You focus on ordering as many as you can. You focus on TikTok and Snapchat and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and blogs and Reddit and all this other stuff, PPC, and you start really opening up the floodgates, and that's how you crush it. And again, there's more than one way to cook a steak. So there's tons of different ways that you can do this. I'm just telling you guys what I know from my experience that works and what we do for our clients. Sweet. Purchase your t-shirt, Future Millionaire. Yeah, guys, go check out the swag on the channel. We have a ton of swag, and our team is actually building out some more designs. But if you're currently not a millionaire and you want to become a millionaire, and that's a goal of yours, which it may not be everybody's, we have a shirt that says Future Millionaire on it. And I'm a firm believer in the law of attraction and that you have to see things before you see them so that you can seize them. What does that mean? Like, I remember when I was dead broke, no car, no credit, no money, working for minimum wage, getting vouchers to pay my rent. I would go to the Salvation Army and get clothes and act like I had money and lie to realtors to walk through properties. I've told you guys the story tons of times. Now we own, we have a multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio. It all happened by me familiarizing myself with what it is. What does it look like? What does it smell like? Right? So that's just a form of the law of attraction. And I was having a talk with my trainer today at the gym, and I was explaining to him, it takes the same amount of cognitive load and energy to think about something positive, even if it seems out of your reach, than to think about the reality, which is negative, which is within your reach. Let that sink in for a minute. So many of us are focusing on the now, focusing on the today, focusing on this moment, and it may not be where we want to be. Well, putting a spotlight on negativity or putting a spotlight on lack will not get you abundance. So it takes you the same amount of effort to focus on abundance, even if you don't understand how it will get there or how you will get there or how you will achieve it. As long as you are focusing on it and focusing on you, then it will happen. It's inevitable. Successful people aren't freaks of nature. They're not born successful. They're people that identified how to hack their body, their brain, their heart, and their spirit to all communicate in one to attract what it is that they want. I firmly believe that unless you're a trust fund baby and you just right out the womb are a millionaire, and if you study people who had nothing and built millions of dollars in net worth, they're not special. They just understood how to get what it is that they wanted. And I have YouTube videos that break all of this down. I literally use myself as a guinea pig for you guys, and I've spent tens of hours and tens of thousands of dollars in training to identify how did I get here? How did the felon at 18, no high school diploma, no college degree, no money, who was picking trash for minimum wage, told he'd never be anything, how did I get where I am now? And it wasn't through luck. It was through a simple 3-step framework: identifying an opportunity, taking action on the opportunity, and not giving up on the opportunity. Now, that 3-step framework can become very, very complex. So go check out this video, guys. I break this down, the 3-step framework to being successful at anything and everything that you do. That is a YouTube video. I'm on my whiteboard in my studio. I'm breaking it down and I'm sharing with you how you do it, how I did it, and exactly what you have to do. The best part is it's free. If you're not where you want to be, I can tell you this. If you continue to do the things that you are doing that are getting you results that you are not pleased with, you will not get the results that you want, right? If you continue to do the same things, you will continue to get the same results. So how do you get opportunity? First, are you trying to identify opportunities? When opportunities present themselves, what do you think about them? Sounds too good to be true. It's a scam. It's BS. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I don't have a degree. No one in my family's done it. My family says it's BS. How are you, when you get opportunities, when opportunities present themselves, what are you doing with them? See, the crazy thing is when opportunities presented themselves back in the day when I was poor, I had no other option. The problem is many of us have options. Therefore, we don't take the option when the option is the opportunity that we need. I need you guys to start living like, hey, like forget where you are. You may have a good job. You may have a nice little egg set, right? You may have some finances. You may have good credit. But if you truly want to become a millionaire, you truly want to become successful, there's 2 things that can get you there quicker. And it's not some training and it's not some course. It's these 2 simple realizations. Number 1, when you take initiative to do something, I need you to have consequences tied to that thing. Well, Josh, what do you mean consequences? How many courses have you started and there was no consequence for you not finishing it? How many trainings have you watched and not done anything with and there was no consequence as a result of that? Well, let me tell you something. If you have a mortgage and you don't go to work, the consequence is foreclosure. If you have a car and you don't stop to fuel your car, the consequence is you're stranded on the side of the road. So in life, there is a principle that things that are needed often have consequences, but the things that we need, the opportunities that we take, there is no consequences tied to them. So what happens? We give up. Why? Because there's no consequence. And I was talking to my trainer today at the gym about these consequences, and he's like, man, you are a freak of nature. I said, let's break that down. I'm a freak of nature. Do you think that the 1% of the economy are not freaks of nature? Do you think they're average? Because if you do average things, you'll get average results. If you want the opposite of average results, which are extraordinary results, you must take extraordinary measures. Doing things and not having consequences tied to them is average. Doing things and taking initiative to do things that are business related and creating consequences is extraordinary. It's extraordinary. If you study some of the best, I'm really into autobiographies and I really like these cheesy shows that are like autobiographies and like they break down history and stuff like that. I watched one on Michael Jordan. I watched one on Kobe Bryant. If you study people who are great at what they do, they never acknowledge that they're great because they're never reached greatness within their own mindset of what they think great is. And the other thing is everybody around them, they hold them more accountable than they do themselves. Like Michael Jordan was my childhood hero. Like I looked up to him. I own hundreds of pairs, like literally probably 150 pairs of Jordans. They're laying all around my office floor right now. And when I watched that documentary on Michael Jordan, I was like, wow, this guy's a real a-hole. Like, holy crap, he was a dick. But I started to study. I'm like, he held everybody to the same level of excellence of what he held himself. And if you were if you were not excelling towards excellence, if you were giving up on yourself, if you were being mediocre and you weren't trying to be excellent, he would let you know. That's how excellent people, that's how overachievers operate. So I want to be very clear. Like I've seen a lot of people say, I want to make 100,000. They want to make $1 million. If you want to become an overachiever, if you want to become a millionaire, if you want to become somebody who works for yourself and doesn't have a boss, you have to do the things that those others are not doing. In fact, the 1%, which is who all of you should be striving to be like, have what the 99% do not because they're smarter, more handsome or pretty, or lucky, but because they are willing to do what the others will not. You try something new, it doesn't work out. Oh, well, it wasn't meant to be. It has to work or it has to work. I tried this. It's not working out. I knew it was a scam. You know what a scam stands for? Still confused about money. What's the consequence? You know a lion's consequence if he's hungry and he goes out hunting and he doesn't catch a gazelle? His consequence is he does not sleep. What's your consequence? Tonight, you're laying down in your bed staring at your ceiling and you're not where you want to be. What's your consequence? I remember days when I was starting out, I would put garlic on an ice cube and I would not eat dinner. I would literally fast and eliminate a meal. Sounds crazy. But you know what's crazy? Me working for someone else the rest of my life. Me working for someone else the rest of my life and giving up my dreams and not achieving it. Consequences. What is your consequence? And that may sound crazy and you may think, man, this guy's lost it. He's insane. I was willing to do whatever it took. And some of you guys, you're going to have to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Like, this business works. All businesses work. With the exception, unless it's some Ponzi scheme, like crazy, ridiculous thing that you probably know is BS anyway. This business is not an Amazon business. And I'll talk about this a lot Monday, and it'll blow your mind, this philosophy that I have. This business is not an Amazon business. Crazy, right? This business is the business of supply and demand. What are we doing? Are we selling physical products on Amazon? Are we private labeling products? Or are we finding products that people have a demand for, and are we supplying it? Something that has existed since BC, which is before Christ, and exists today and will continue to exist even when cars fly. There will always be demand and there will always need a supply. That's all it is. It's simply the law of supply and demand. It's not an Amazon business. Does this work? Absolutely. Do you work? Do stocks work? Absolutely. Do you work? Does real estate work? Absolutely. Do you work? I've got over a dozen companies. I have lost money in every single one. This is $1 million question. Well, Josh, how do I make a bunch of money without losing any? Go to sleep and dream about it because it's not reality. If someone tells you otherwise, they're lying to you. In every single business that I own, I've lost money. Perfect example. Again, guys, I'm not going to speak about, I'm not one of these YouTubers that just come on here and sell a dream and sell hype. Everything that comes out of my mouth is through experience. I'd rather spend a stupid amount of money to learn from someone who's the best in the world, or I own the business, or have done the thing, or have real life experience. There's no theory or assumptions. I'm not going to read or watch other stuff and then regurgitate redundant information. Everything that I give you guys is from my real life experience because I want you guys to win. How do you win? Don't make the same mistakes that I made. Skip the mistakes. Go right to the success. Perfect example. 3 weeks ago, I get a call at 2 o'clock in the morning. One of my apartments caught fire. The police department's there. The fire department's there. And now my property's vacant and underwriting's going through it. The insurance company's going through it. The city's going through it. This is a $250,000 asset that is now producing me no income. Okay. Then several days after that, I should share my screen and show you pictures of this, but several days after that, let me see if I can pop up a picture really quick. Several days after that, I get an email from the gentleman that manages my fleet. I have a trucking fleet. So if you guys don't know, I'm in real estate and I'm in trucks very, very big. I get a email. This is an email. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if it can focus. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is my truck. Whoops. Oh, hang on, guys. Let me try to show you this. This is one of my trucks. So after one of my properties burning to the ground, I get an email, and this is the email that I get, and it has my truck in it. This is one of my trucks. This truck costs $90,000. So guys, every single business that I have owned, I have lost money in. Every single business that I've started, I have lost money. The goal is not to have a flawless victory in business because it does not exist. The goal is to make a lot more money than you do lose. And when you start businesses understanding, hey, it's going to take longer than you thought it was going to take. You may lose money. Like, You may lose more money than you like. It may take longer. When you understand this and you start business and that doesn't bother you because you understand that it has to work or it has to work, it's a matter of time until you become successful. I'm telling you right now, I have had the pleasure of working with hundreds of thousands of people have went through my training. We have 10,000 plus people in my curriculums. We have clients in over 190 different countries. I've spoken on stages with thousands of people. All the experience that I have in the last 2/3 of a decade, the reason why people fail is because they fail themselves. The business doesn't fail them. They fail themselves. Does it work? It has to work. Will it work? It has to work. Is it going to work? It has to work. That's the mentality. What are your consequences? I don't want to lose money. Then go get a job. Go get a job. You'll earn the same paycheck until you die. The paycheck is the price of you giving up on your dreams. Because if you don't sacrifice for your dreams become the sacrifice. I want you guys to understand this. And I'm kind of going down the rabbit hole right now. Like we skipped 3 questions. I'm over my hour. But I really want you guys to understand this. I want you guys, the 40 people, 50 people that's in here, I want you guys to understand this. And I'm going to keep just preaching this and preaching this and preaching this and preaching this because I'm not smarter than you guys. A lot of you guys have a higher GPA than me. A lot of you guys have more resources than me. I am not the sharpest tool in the shed by far. But I'm telling you one thing, I understand that when I'm given an opportunity, I will execute on that opportunity with extreme speed and without extreme caution. See, most people take action on things with extreme caution and lack extreme speed. Success has a need for speed. Success has a need for speed. So many people execute with extreme caution and they never start because they fall victim to analysis paralysis. I call it what if syndrome. What if it doesn't work? You should ask yourself, what if it does work? What if I lose money? What if you earn substantially more than you lose? These are the questions. This is the neurological reprogramming that you need to do to identify how you can become successful. It's that simple. It's that simple. Success is as simple as you make it. It can also be as complicated as you make it. Guys, you guys rock. We've got a ton of people in here. Nobody's dropped. We have way more likes than we have viewers, which is freaking amazing. I don't even know how this happened. Kansas City in the house. What's up, Kansas? You guys rock. So you guys are showing up. The channel's growing every single week. I love kicking it with you guys, and I hope you guys are getting value. I generally do this to give back to my community. We don't have the largest group, but I'm still going to show up. I want you guys to win. If you're new to the channel, do one thing for me. Again, I don't ask anything on these calls. I don't ask anything on the channel. Do one thing. Hit that red subscribe button. Next to it, hit the little bell. Every week, we release new videos. I'm out 6 months to a year on content. So I'm not saying, hey, subscribe to the video. I may make some stuff next week. I've invested 6 figures in a studio down the street from my house. I'm there every Thursday and Friday recording. I can tell you my production team has minimum of 6 months worth of content. I do not plan on taking my foot off the gas. Right now, we have more Amazon and entrepreneur content than anybody I know in the space when it comes to starting, building, growing, or scaling an Amazon business as an entrepreneur in the space, more than anyone, and the highest quality, which I take pride in. We're not stopping. The next 6 months of 2022 is already planned out. Some of the best content that you've never even seen from me. So do yourself a favor, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. Again, guys, at the time of recording this live, December 24th, this upcoming Monday after Christmas, after Christmas on Monday is going to be the One Product Away Masterclass. Again, you're going to see emails and texts and a website for tickets for $297. You can go and get your copy of the One Product Away book for $27. And you're going to get a free VIP ticket to that masterclass, a $297 Zoom conference ticket. If you're serious about learning about this business, if you started and you're not where you want to be, if you've been dabbling and you're ready to go all in and you're ready to get the results, click the link that's pinned up above or go to www.1 productawaybook.com. Get your copy right now. And be looking in your email and your text and your phone, because Monday we will give you a link. We will give you a time for the training. Show up with a pen, a pencil, a piece of paper, because note takers are money makers. And remember, guys, you're only one product away, not 15, not 20, not 6 other businesses, not 8 stock trades, right? You're one product away. Laser focus, tunnel vision. Don't give up. It has to work. Create your consequences. Make it hurt. I'll leave you with this. Emotion causes, and I learned this from my mentor and my good friend, Myron Golden. Emotion causes motion. Looking back, what made me a millionaire was not only an opportunity, but the emotion that I had internally that forced me to take action on that opportunity. You have to be sick and tired of where you are. If you're doing this because you're bored, it's not enough. If you're doing this because you want a car, it's not enough. If you're doing this because you want to go out and buy some stupid stuff to impress people who doesn't care about you, that's not enough. You have to be sick and tired. You have to have an emotion strong enough to push you over the edge to make you go all in. Emotion causes motion. The biggest and most impactful emotion is pain. Why? Because we move away from pain instantaneously without thought. You don't believe me? Turn on the burner on your stove and touch the top of that flame and watch how you move faster than you ever have in your life. Pain causes the quickest form of emotion. Identify pain and identify impact. Start creating consequences tied to the lack of action on the things that you know that you need. You need to get to the gym. What is your consequences? You need to finish that course. Create a consequence. You need to launch that product. Create a consequence. Emotion causes motion, and pain creates the quickest movement that you have ever found or you've ever seen in your life. When you are in pain, you move very, very quickly. That's the problem. The reason why you want to become successful is not tied to an emotion that is painful. It's tied to an emotion that is joyful. I can't wait till I become successful so I don't have to work. That's not painful. If it doesn't happen, you won't be in pain. Identify those things. Take action on them. Execute. Don't become addicted to education and allergic to execution. Execute on these things. Take action. You guys are rock stars. I'll see you guys again. Remember, Monday is the One Product Away Masterclass. Again, guys, go grab your copy, www.the1productawaybook.com. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever's your thing, whatever's your religion. Enjoy time with those who you love. Celebrate more often. And be blessed. And I'll see you guys Monday for all of you guys that grab a copy of the book. And if not, I'll see you guys Friday. Peace out.